Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you are all doing well here as we rifle our way through May and into the summer we go. Very exciting. I am here, so we're going to talk about some shows here of the summer, and we also have some shows dropping right down the street at one of our favorite places, the Firehouse Center for the Arts here in Newburyport. A lovely, lovely, I believe 192-seat theater, if I remember correctly. But I'm joined by Emma Cahoon. Did I say that okay?
Emma Cahoon.
Cahoon. Oh, wait. I wrote it wrong. Emma Cahoon with an N. That's we're meeting for the first time, as you can see. And Justin Knowlton, who's been on the show many times before. How are you guys?
Good.
Well,
yeah,
great.
excited.
Thank you so much for coming in. I know you're all very busy. And first of all, we had a big... Let's start on the back end, because I know you guys had a bunch of shows that just dropped, which I know you're very excited about for like the fall. Do you guys want to start there? Do you mind doing that?
Yeah.
What do we got?
I mean... We dropped, I want to say, 28 different shows from August to December.
And we'll talk about all of them starting now.
Yeah, we're just going to list them all off. That's the whole thing. No, I mean, we have some really exciting people returning.
Yep.
Shamika Copeland and Grace Kelly, who've been just absolute hits for us in the past.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everyone loves. And for what is now the third year in a row, Christmas with the King with the one and only Elvis. It's Elvis. He's back. He's just for us.
Very exciting.
But yeah, no, those have been killer. And then huge, I think, was our fall musical, which we kind of shifted a little bit away from in the past. But, you know, most of our musicals were in the summer.
Yep.
But now we have a big one. We're bringing Hedwig and the Angry Inch to Newburyport, which is just going to be really exciting.
Nice. How long is that staying for?
That'll only be 2 weeks in October. Yeah. It's, you know, a bit of a shortened time frame.
Yeah.
But story-wise is really... I think apropos in today's day and age for a group of people that maybe don't see themselves represented as wonderfully on stage. So I think it'll be pretty great.
All right, very nice. There's a look ahead. Emma, you excited about that lineup?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the highlights. You know, those are the ones that we know people know and love and have been huge hits for us before, but we also have plenty of new things. Like, something that really excites me about this season is that there's just so much going on, and even if it's a name that you're not familiar with, I'm really excited by the idea that someone could just walk in off the street, walk into the Firehouse between August and December, and we'll have something going on that somebody might fall in love with. There's a lot. We have locals coming in, a musician named Lisa Bastoni, who's from Massachusetts, and then we have a whole host of really amazing cover bands. So, like I said, like we run the gamut of what we're offering this fall, and I'm really excited to see how it all plays out.
Was that an effort to kind of try to pack that schedule a little bit so you could try to get that foot traffic just pretty much
a little bit?
Yeah.
There's also the aspect, like, historically of the Firehouse being its starting grounds as a lyceum and a community center and a space that everyone could kind of get into. It being a singular use space just doesn't work for Newburyport. It needs to be more than that. Yeah. And so from having comedy, where we've got Lenny Clark coming, which would just be it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Through theater, youth theater, led by our education director, Megan Blue and Little, and then all these concerts varying between blues and jazz and folk singer-songwriter stuff. There's kind of... It hits everything.
Really,
if you want something, we've got it.
It's a stir fry.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. Emma, when did you jump on board? Are you fairly new here? I've known Justin for a while, but...
Yes, this is month one.
Month one?
Yep.
Well, very good.
Thank you.
Next time, I'll get your name right the first time. Emma Calhoun. You know what I want to say when I say it sounds like Jim Calhoun, the old Yukon coach, even though it's really not that close to it, but it is.
I'm sure we're from the same Scottish,
Okay, very good. That's very funny. But cool, you liking it so far?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like Justin just spoke on, I'm really big on community, and that is the sort of lasting impression that I've gotten of the Firehouse in my first month here, and of Newburyport in general. So I'm really excited to be serving the community in this way with all that we have to offer between now and December, not only August, September, and December too.
I'm not exactly sure how the hierarchy works, but I imagine both your bosses is Craig Sumberg, the new man on board. Very good. Is he? I think I kind of ambushed him when he first came in here, and he's like, "I am the new guy." I was like, "What are you going to do?" He's like, "I just got here."
That's fair.
But how's he? Is he fitting right in?
Yeah, he's been really kind of hands-on with picking a lot of the concerts in particular.
Yeah, he's a music guy, right?
Yeah, we have a bit of a varying degree of background for the different employees that work at Firehouse.
Yep.
There's an array of us that like theater and have a background in theater, and then some that really like music. So in choosing especially such a concert dense portion of the year,
Yep.
It's been helpful to have that background of folks that he wants to bring in, has an interest in kind of seeing on the stage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fall season is a reflection both of the diversity in our staff and the diversity in the community.
So
I think it's
so you guys are all
reflected well.
starting to. This is kind of the new look format. Is all these ideas? Because this is probably, they say like if you're a college coach, it takes a while to put your imprint on a team. It probably takes a little while when a new regime comes to our theater too to put your whole imprint on.
Yeah,
things.
well, with the timeline of booking for shows too, especially.
Yeah.
We're still in the realm of the end of John Moynihan's tenure.
Yeah.
There's some shows in July. We have Sweet Baby James coming back, which was booked towards the end of John leaving. So there's definitely like a bit of a turnaround time where it's okay. Well, this is what we have to work with, and then we'll change the programming as we get into it.
Well, here we are in May, right? And we're talking about the fall schedule. It's because you guys got a lot. I don't want people to think there's not stuff going on this summer. You guys got a busy summer too. Want to touch on some of that stuff? I know you got some big plans.
Let's see some of your friends that are coming in with Steve Dennis, Alex Anthony, and Adam Monaco.
Yep.
Just for they
just called me during the show. It's like I said, I'm
He
busy.
knew.
I'm busy with people.
They approached me over email and said, we want to do this concert of songwriters who are local to the area, and we want to do it in the round. We're just all on stage at the same time making music. I'm like, that, yes, whatever, let's go for it.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen. And we only just started kind of the big push for our big summer musical, Legally Blonde, which is 4 weeks from July 4th to 27th.
That's a whole 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be a lot.
Okay.
Whole
It's
month.
20 people on that stage makes it a little bit tight sometimes, but
July check mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's July.
Exactly.
And when we do shows like that last for 4 weeks at a time, we have to kind of be a little cognizant of the other kind of programming happening. So what things can we put on during the week? Because our Friday, Saturday, Sunday are a bit taken up.
Oh, I see. It's just a weekend thing. So you're trying to,
We're not Broadway. We're not quite the 8-show week yet, but
Yeah.
it's getting there.
That was actually what I thought for a second. I was like, that's a lot of Legally Blonde.
A little bit.
But okay, cool. So there's other stuff during the week. But yeah, that's good. So you must like it when people do pitch you kind of those ideas of just something new.
Yeah.
If you can, and you want to start putting it together, okay, sure. See if there's interest and see if you can run with it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I like getting. I'm going to say this sentence and my email's going to blow up. I like getting emails of pitched ideas.
And just
I do
email
enjoy
it.
it. It's on the website.
Yeah.
But to create art, people have to shoot their shot with an idea that they might be a little wary of, or they might really want to do, but they haven't found the right venue. And at 192, yeah, totally.
Did I say it right?
You were one off. You were close.
I said it wrong. I was off by one.
We'll add a chair just for you.
I've created that extra seat before.
But at that size venue, there's some acts that would maybe be playing something a little bit bigger than us, but are willing to do something in our space, or some that maybe the size of our venue can elevate the thing that they're used to doing in a slightly larger way.
Yeah,
And
you can
so-
get creative. I remember you guys did that with was that, I don't know if that was Craig's regime or maybe it was John's regime, but I remember Martin Sexton, who was used to playing a little bit bigger, but made it work. He wanted to play the venue, and he ended up doing a double bill, I think.
Oh yeah, no, it sold out both nights. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He was great.
Did he do? I think he did 2 shows in the same night, didn't he?
Maybe we're about a year away from it now, so
Feels like forever.
my memory's not that good.
I think he did, because I think I met people that had gone to the first show. The Sea Level. You're wearing the hat. I think we all met there in between. So I'm almost positive that was for his show. So, but yeah, he did too, and which was
He was phenomenal.
He's the best.
Yeah, no,
He's right behind you.
So good. On the wall.
he's on the wall. But yeah, he's one of our favorites here. But no, that was cool. So yeah, you guys are open to. I like that. You'll listen to musicians and what are they offering to do? What can we do?
Yeah.
And when I'm pitching to a artist that we want to get that maybe is a bit too big, and I have to kind of work ticket prices to be a little bit higher than what we've seen here in Newburyport, because Newburyport, at least for us, was very used to the $25 to $35
Yes.
range.
Yeah.
And sometimes those ticket prices change, but it gives us an opportunity to put an artist on a stage where you are 2 feet away.
Yeah.
You're not behind a barrier, and you're not in a balcony,
Yep.
150 feet away watching on a screen.
Yeah.
You are there, and you can see them, and that intimacy in that space really creates
It is
genuine moments.
Emma, are you from the area? Did you know the venue before?
I have been before, but I'm not from the area.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was not your first time in the theater?
No.
When was your first time in there?
My first time in there was, I think, 2 years ago. It was to see a play.
Okay.
So that's my background, too.
Are your wheels already spinning at that point? Like, I think I would like to work at this place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I am an artist, and I'm so rooted in community, and that was the thing that was really interesting to me
Yep.
here. And even just in that conversation about like the programming approach to things, like it seems to me that people pitching things to you and local musicians coming to you with an idea is in the spirit of at least what I understand the historical context of the Firehouse to be,
Yep.
which is like a stage that represents this community and is aiming to reflect back this community in this town. And that's been my impression of it before I was here working here just as an audience member, and that's what I see a lot of in this season and what we have coming up this summer too.
Awesome.
So far it's like, living up to what I imagined.
That business though, it can be there's I always say controlled chaos, I think is a good word, Justin. Like
Absolutely.
there's a lot of that. You gotta have a certain personality to be able to kind of roll with it, right?
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're like, we'll say no more, okay?
Yeah.
It's chaotic, no, but it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the world of making art, which is a very interpersonal kind of experience
Yeah.
for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And artists, I think we can be pretty clear. We're all very passionate people.
Passionate. That's what I was gonna say.
Passionate is a great word for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you dished off the? I'm sure you do it enough, but have you dished off soundboard work to anybody else get to touch that thing?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I still do some. My focus is usually if I'm doing it for our musicals.
Yes.
Because that's a very different kind of mixing that our traditional, more concert-focused audio engineers maybe don't want to touch.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just more time
20
intensive,
voices,
time inclusive.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I've stepped back, especially for the concerts, and let them do their thing, and I just get to sit in the audience. And
Do you have to give them? We've had. I think with last time you were in here, I think we talked about sound guys tend to have stories for days, whether it be
Yeah.
musicians not having their best night or finest moments dealing with sound people. I mean, what is your advice to somebody like working the board for the first time? Is it whatever?
So we have a couple that are pretty new to us in terms
Yeah.
of mixing, and the general rule for them is like, just talk to the artist.
Yeah.
You are the interpreting device between an artist and the audience.
Yeah.
And your entire goal is to just let the artist be them, whatever that means. And if it's pulling things out because you don't need to nitpick for 4 hours on a sound check, then great.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
let it happen. It's okay.
Have you told them how to deal with the potentially edgy, cranky artist?
Passionate.
Passionate.
Sorry.
Passionate.
Yeah, you can let me say it. It's fine. I don't mind pissing
Oddly enough,
people off.
we don't really get that
Yeah.
at our venue. I mean, luckily the
Never, because I know who you've had for artists, and
I ain't name dropping anyone.
You don't have to name drop anybody, but I do know some guys have come through there who tend to be a little bit more difficult
Sure.
Historically.
We luck out a little bit.
Passionate historically. Sorry.
We luck out a little bit in that our staff is, I don't think anything short of phenomenal. The different individuals involved with making a show go up are incredible at their jobs.
Yeah.
And whether it's our production manager advancing a show in such a way that when the artist shows up, they know exactly where to go and exactly who to talk to, and they have all the information they need to be successful, or our operations manager who's going to make sure that backstage is perfectly set up with exactly what their rider has.
Yeah.
You know, everyone kind of does their part in such a way that if it is a difficult artist, their difficulties aren't actually hard for us.
Yeah.
It's something that we're already ready for, and they're going to find success in the thing they want.
Gotcha. And let's face it, it's a great sounding room.
Yeah,
too.
you don't need to do much.
I mean, yeah, there's some rooms, I'm sure you've worked in some in your life where it's like, oh my goodness, how are we going to, there's what on the ceiling? You know.
Well, we had that, our other friend, Haley Reardon.
Yeah.
When she did her concert back in January. Haley, please come back.
Amazing, right?
She's so good. When she ended the concert, and had warned me, but she was like, we're going off mic. We're going unplugged. There's 191 seats here. I don't need to be loud. We can just do this. And it was perfect.
Yeah.
It's in that room, you can hear it without the sound system. Sound system makes it better and bigger and whatever. But if you're the furthest seat's like 50 feet away, you're going to hear it really well.
Yeah.
And it made it just unreal in the moment. It was awesome.
And when you have an artist like that, sometimes you just gotta trust that they've been around too.
Yeah.
Like
let them do their thing.
Sometimes you just gotta stay out of the way, which is good. And we hope Haley's doing well. I think she's finishing up a tour in Europe right now. I think
she's with the band this time.
Yeah, she's killing it. I think so. After her stop, we were talking off the air about Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran sits cross-legged right in front of her at the
like it's normal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This girl's great. We're like, we know. Yeah, I thought that was a cool moment. Again, Justin and Emma here joining us from the Firehouse Center for the Arts in Newburyport, the lovely venue right down the street here. Any other things we're missing for the summertime that you guys want to talk about? Because I know you guys are all excited about the kind of the fall drop here that you have all worked so hard on. But
you know the fall by heart.
I know the fall by heart, but I know the summer pretty well too.
Anything we didn't mention?
I mean, we're really excited to have Maya Dimitri in the house too.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Also a singer-songwriter, very similar to these last few names that we've mentioned. She'll be in house on June 28th. That'll be awesome. So yeah, like Justin mentioned, I mean, Legally Blonde runs Friday to Sunday for 4 weeks in July, but if you keep an eye on the calendar, there's little things, sprinkled throughout. Maya's in there.
They thread the weeks together.
Yeah, exactly.
If we didn't mention the education stuff too.
Yes, of course.
We have, to try to make things possible in our space, we wanted to pair a youth program show with our main stage. So in August, we have Legally Blonde Junior.
Oh.
Yeah, for the youngins.
What is that age group?
10 to 17.
Okay.
And it's great because we can keep the entire professional set of Legally Blonde and all the professional props, and then utilize that for a show that typically a youth show might have a slightly lower budget because you're not getting as much return on a long run. But in that instance, we have all the cool things from a big show that they get to now use in the space and treat it kind of professionally. Megan's really made it an environment where those actors that are young and kind of growing into it have a chance to experience pretty professional.
The passion. Is it? I imagine that it's not just like the parents and family that come. I bet you do get a lot of.
Almost sold out for those shows. Yeah, they sell really well. I mean, for a youth show, they're probably putting up 5 performances Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
And they get a really strong support kind of group from both their family, extended family, friends, schools, other theater groups in the area that we see come out. Yeah, it's a very kind of supportive community for that.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
10 to 17. There you go. It's a fun age group. How about for the people that are just walking through Newburyport? Because summertime, you guys know it's about to get very very busy here. We're only in May, and we really haven't even had great weather yet. So it's about to get good, I promise. And you guys end up having a lot of foot traffic. Do you guys make any strides to? You mentioned right off the bat, Emma, about trying to steal people off the street, just hoping you can catch them walking by and maybe decide to do something. Is there? Do you guys put a conscious effort into that, or is it just about trying to? Once people come to shows, this is a reliable spot to go to?
I mean, I think a little bit of both, striking that balance is my job. But
you get the marquee. The marquee's sweet.
Yeah, we have the marquee.
The marquee's awesome.
And, I mean, we're very centrally located in sea level. Shout out again is right there. And so, we happen to be in a little bit of this hub that pulls people in. And so I think it's possible that both, either people might just be there and then find themselves able to see a concert or a show that night, or come to us to see a show or a concert and then also get to experience everything else that downtown Newburyport offers. But we are making a bit of an effort to just continue to grow the reputation of the Firehouse, to have that, to be able to say there's so much happening there.
Yes.
There's so much happening, and I could be there
you
on
want
Wednesday
it to be
night.
a bustling
Something's
place.
Going on.
Yeah, that's cool. Wednesdays are great. Who doesn't like Wednesdays?
Are great.
Wednesdays are awesome.
You need a little music to wake you up in the middle of the week.
It is true though. It is like a different world. I say this to people all the time because I work odd hours. I work crazy early, and and it's weird to me that there's still some things like in our life cycles that like people, it's not a 9 to 5 working world anymore.
No.
You know, it's not you go into the office, you clock in, you leave at 5 and you're home for dinner. Like it's not that. People are not even going into the office in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You know, it is just a different dynamic. And certainly, I know this just came up like recently, they were talking about like the Boston bar scene, and like it should probably be open later for people who, you know,
Not getting
get
to
off
work till
later.
12.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's more New York City kind of idea, and it's like there probably is something to that. You know, I also understand why they don't do it. I'm not taking any sides on the issue, but but you know,
Very bipartisan.
my news background, but yeah, you know, it's like it's just a whole different world there. There are people
Totally.
who Wednesday night is their
Absolutely.
night to do stuff.
There
you
was
know,
an Instagram comment on our Instagram a couple weeks ago that was like, "This is on a Monday night. I can come."
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
like, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Go
go.
for it.
Yeah,
That's right.
please do.
It's there's no doubt there's some truth to that. So
Yeah.
very cool. All right, what did we miss? Anything you guys are kicking yourselves on right here? The show flies by. I know.
Well, I mean, we talked about concerts. We talked about a little bit of comedy.
Yeah.
We have Corey Rodriguez coming on the 14th of June, and Paul Gilligan coming on the 31st of May.
This month,
Okay.
yeah.
But we also have started some pieces that are maybe in between concerts and lectures.
Oh,
We had partnered with the Museum of Old Newbury for some of their lectured series, and then we have one coming up, Rock 101, exploring specifically the history of 10 rock songs from the 50s and 60s, how they got made, what they're about, and the history behind them.
Oh.
So it's like a weird kind of like middle ground where there's a lecture, there's some music
All right.
in between.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask me to speak. I'll give it
Yeah, you come out. We won't tell you the songs. We'll hit play and you
Yeah.
figure
It doesn't
it out.
have to be
You
on
just
that.
gotta
It could be
figure
on
it out.
anything. He'll do a whole different show. No, so and what are those? You know the songs already? Or can we not say?
I don't.
There's
get
some
to say.
Aretha Frank. Oh, we can't say.
No, you can.
There's some Aretha Franklin. There's some Nirvana. It spans like all the way. Yeah.
This is a little
so
bit-
that's those are sort
History
of
of
the
rock
bookends.
basics.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
I think
a
it'll be
cool
pretty
idea.
cool though. You hear the song that you know, and then you learn some things about it that you didn't, and it's sort of like pairing the music with the history of it. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I love that about music. There's so
Yeah.
many songs
Yeah.
that have like meanings that just wait that's
Yeah,
what
you don't
that
know the
song's
background
about?
of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff will hit you like you'll never get over that. That happens to you for the rest of your life. There's
Yeah.
songs out there, you know, which is cool. So it's a good idea to do that. Okay, very cool. So that's the summer and the fall setup, and I'm sure you guys are
Yeah.
probably booking into the winter already. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we're looking currently like partially booked through most of 2026.
wow.
Partially. So if you want to pitch something,
Yeah, pitch it now.
Yeah. Get in that email.
When we're looking at kind of the idea of seasons and booking them out as a fall
Moving,
season
yeah,
or
in
a
that
spring
direction.
season, how we announce it, that process means we're booking pretty far out.
All right, very exciting.
Yeah.
Emma, your first time on the show. You've probably done rapid fire with us before. I think we usually do it
Just
with the
the
first
once.
guest, just the
But
once.
yeah.
we might have you
Give this
wanna-
to Emma. This is great.
What?
You just want to do it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, no,
I was
this
gonna
is way
say-
more fun for me to watch.
I was gonna say you could buy her a few seconds and go first again, but all right, we'll just do
Great.
Emma. Emma Cahoon. So you're the 1 month on the job now
Yes.
at the Firehouse.
Yep.
And your first time on the show. Thank you for
Yes.
doing it. You've been great.
Thank you.
Here's your rapid fire. Ready? Favorite food?
Waffles.
Well, nice. You know, I don't know if we've ever got waffles.
That
as an
is a good answer.
That's a good homey answer. I like that. Favorite TV show?
Gilmore Girls.
Favorite.
Actually, it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But anyway,
Okay, two. Very good. Favorite movie?
The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, 1964, Jacques Demy. French.
Whoa, look at that.
You
Someone
haven't
went to
seen
our
it.
school.
If you haven't seen it,
Get on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it tonight. Favorite book?
East of Eden by John Steinbeck.
These are pretty quick answers.
Yeah,
actually.
no, she's
That
good.
was
Pretty
easy.
good. Favorite musician?
Right now, Beyonce.
Okay. It does change though. I can see
It
Answer.
changes all the time.
Yeah,
It
that's
a
changes
good
like
answer,
weekly.
though.
That's very
Yeah.
fair. What is the favorite part about the new gig?
The passion and the community, but genuinely, the feeling of passion and community.
Cool. All right. Worst thing about your boss, Craig? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, let's do this one. We'll end with this one. We got a lot of like actually good time of year because high school graduation and all that stuff. A lot of people about to go to college and then eventually the real world. Don't rush it. Slow it all down.
Yeah.
But what is the best professional advice you ever received?
Oh my goodness, don't sell yourself short.
What a nice way to end the show.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that. Well done. The rapid
Thank you.
fire. Very
Thank you.
impressive.
Awesome.
Very quick. Emma Cahoon, Justin Knowlton of the Firehouse Center for the Arts in Newburyport. As you can tell, there's a lot going on. We only kind of scratched the surface through the summer and the fall, but maybe we did a little better than scratch the surface. But we gave you a good feel for what's coming up. Go check it out. You guys should really stay interactive and go check out the website as much as possible. I'm sure things are always changing and updating and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now that we have Emma, that's is flying.
Well done, Emma. Don't get overworked. Thank you to May Power, the producer, Lily Doucette, Sarah Hayden. Who else is here today? Is Ryan Rothberg here? I think he might be. Our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. We appreciate y'all so much. Live at Drew's house. We'll see you next time. Peace.